Board on Monday, December 16th at 7 p.m. in the Germantown Village Hall Boardroom. This meeting has been given public notice in accordance with Sections 19.83 and 19.84 of the Wisconsin statutes in such form that will apprise the general public and news media of subject matter that is intended for consideration and action. Roll call shows all village board members present except for Trustee Kaminsky, Trustee Baum, and Trustee Myers, who are excused. At this time, I'll ask us all to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Next item we have is President's Report. Nothing major to report tonight except for with the upcoming holidays. I wish everyone in Germantown, all residents, all business owners, and everyone in Germantown Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and may you enjoy your holiday events safely and enjoy the time spent with your family. So Merry Christmas to everybody. Next item we have is announcements of forthcoming events of public interest, committee and department reports. And before we get into those, we'll start with what's listed as item A, which is a congratulations to Patty Heinen, who is a recipient of the 2019 Wisconsin Park and Recreation Association Service Award. And to give us some more information and a little presentation about that, we have the Director of the Park and Rec Department, Mark Schrader. Mark.
Thank you, President Walter. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here tonight to, I think, celebrate 25 years of dedicated service by one of our own here in Germantown. You may have noticed in the recent edition of the Village Newsletter that Patty Heinen was recognized at the State Park and Recreation Association annual conference. She was one of a few individuals that were recognized for her dedicated service to the profession, and I think especially wonderful when that person serves our community for 25 years. So I wanted to take an opportunity to share a few things. Patty and I certainly go back a couple of years. She reminds me all the time when I forget things that went on many years ago. But Patty has been with us since 1994. Like any good park and recreation employee, it usually starts off when you are working part-time doing all sorts of things, playground leader, volleyball, kind of getting your foot in the door, so to speak. We were fortunate, I can easily say in my 30-plus years, one of the best, if not the best, hire that I've ever made. We hired Patty in 1995 to be a full-time recreation supervisor for Germantown, which was the first, she was the first individual to fill that position. For those of you that have been residents for many years, you'll attest to all the wonderful programs and the special events that Patty has brought to our community over that period of time. She's also been involved and been the face of the Youth Futures program in the community, working with the police department and other individuals in the school district to offer, programs. I'm sure most of you have helped with the Youth Futures lock-in at one point in time or another, or had your arm twisted by Patty to volunteer for that. So she's been very, very involved in that as well. In 1999, and Patty, in this very room, Patty was recognized as the Young Professional of the Year by the Wisconsin Park and Recreation Association. She has served on numerous committees over the time that she's the 25 years. I won't mention all of those. In addition to all her service here, all the wonderful programs, she does find time to be a wife and a mother to her two daughters, Delaney and Jay Lee, and has coached them in programs and also been very involved with her church and parish at Holy Angels in West Bend. Again, I would just like to say thank you to Patty. She's been the face of the recreation programs. I know some of our kids have participated in those programs over the years. Besides developing the programs, the impacts relative to really mentoring all the youth of the community. If you think about the hundreds of kids who maybe got their first opportunity to first volunteer and then secondly to work for us. So Patty, thanks for working with all the young people. And lastly, certainly not lastly, but all the coaches. I know some of you have been coaching in our programs, and certainly through that process you find out directly how organized Patty is, and certainly how patient she is with some of our adult coaches. Also, Patty, for the several times over the last 25 years, has been kind of the glue that has held the department together. We've had several directors that decided to take another position, and I'm just very fortunate that I was able to come back and spend some more time with Patty. So with that in mind, I just wanted to take this opportunity to, on behalf of the village, to thank her for all she's done, and I have this WPRA 25-Year Service Recognition Award presented to Patty, and I just want to, with your help, thank her for everything she's done. She definitely wouldn't have asked for this herself, but thank you, Patty.
Thank you, Patty. Nothing to add. I don't think I could add anything to the great testament that Mark made, so congratulations and thank you for your service. Next item will be the announcements of forthcoming events of public interest, committee and department reports. We'll start with committee reports and committee chairs with Trustee Zabel.
Finance met tonight, and we will meet again on January 20th at 6 p.m.
All right.
in this room.
Anyone from Public Works that can tell me when the next Public Works meeting is? Should be like the first. It's Tuesday, Wednesday?
It's Tuesday.
It's the 8th, January 8th,
Okay.
6 o'clock.
Here in the
It's a
Village Hall
Wednesday, yeah.
boardroom?
Village Hall Board.
Thank you. And Trustee Hughes.
Public Safety's next meeting will be January 6th in this boardroom at 6 o'clock.
All right, thank you. Does anyone else have anything else for announcements of forthcoming events of public interest, committee or department reports? All right, then we'll go on to citizen input and public appearance on items not subject to a public hearing. There are no public hearings on tonight's agenda. If there's anyone in the audience that would like to come forward for citizen input or public appearance, you're welcome to do so at this time. All I would ask is you come to the podium and state your name and your address for the record. Is there anyone wishing to come forward for citizen input or public appearance? All right, then we'll go on to consent agenda. Motion to be in order.
Move approval of consent agenda items A through I.
Second. Motion made and seconded for consent agenda approval of items A through I. Any discussion on that motion to approve? Village Attorney?
I just got to figure out on item D, there are some changes. We've reviewed this agreement for other communities and have some standard changes to their standard form that we'd include. So either as part of that motion include those changes or just take that one out of consent and we can deal with it on a separate motion.
I'll make a motion to remove item D from the agenda.
Okay. Motion to amend made to remove consent agenda item D. Do I have a second to that motion?
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None opposed. So we will now vote on consent agenda items A through I without item D. Any further discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Baum?
Aye.
Trustee Miller?
Aye.
Trustee Hughes?
Aye.
Trustee Warren?
Aye.
Trustee Wing? Trustee Zabel?
Aye.
President Walter?
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right, so item D, a consent agenda, Resolution 82-2019, Lexipol Policy Development and Training Software Purchase. Village Attorney?
So we'd just be looking for a motion to approve subject to technical changes approved by the city attorney or village attorney.
I will make that motion.
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion on that motion to approve changes as recommended by our village attorney. No discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None opposed? Motion carries. Next item is old business, which there is none listed, and then public hearings, which then takes us to our first item of new business. For that, I'm going to move. First item of new business is Resolution 111-2019, which is an appreciation of service to Police Chief Peter Hale. Pete, can you come up? I know you love this. What we have is a resolution which is for appreciation of service to Chief Hale, and then we also have a plaque that he can place as a reminder of the years of service here. So as part of this, I want to read the resolution, and it states, whereas the village board members, the Police and Fire Commission, the Germantown Police Department, village employees, and the citizens would like to express their appreciation and gratitude to Police Chief Peter Hale for his public service, contributions, and dedication while serving on the Village Police Department from April 17th of 1989 to December 31st of 2019. And whereas Chief Hale served as Chief of Police and Emergency Government Director from January 2004 through December 31st of 2019, prior to serving as Chief of Police, Chief Hale served in various positions within the Germantown Police Department. He was a lieutenant from January 1998 to January 2004, Administrative Sergeant from October 1995 to January 1998. He was a shift sergeant from June of 1994 to October of 1995, a patrol officer and narcotics investigator from September 1989 to June of 1994, undercover narcotics investigator from April 1989 to September of 1989, and the list could probably go on from there, but those are all we had room for on this sheet of paper. So, now therefore, be it resolved, the Village Board does hereby acknowledge the dedication to the Germantown community that Chief Peter Hale has shown during his service and wishes him very well in his future retirement. There'll be many more opportunities to show our appreciation to Chief Hale. It's always a difficult time to lose a person that's dedicated to the community like this, but at the same time, it's also an appreciation for a well-deserved retirement. He has served this community, and for that, I thank you. You're going to get me going. We also have, for the new addition on your home that goes with all the awards that you'll be receiving, a plaque that says, in recognition of 30 years of loyal public service and dedication to the Village of Germantown and surrounding communities, Police Chief Peter Hale, in appreciation of leadership, public service, dedication, and contributions. Congratulations on your retirement. And it lists many of the same things that I read on the resolution. So, for you, sir, and again, thank you for your service. Thank you. Microphone's yours if you'd like.
Oh, this is tough. Been a cop for over 30 years. I love being a cop. It's my passion. I thoroughly enjoy serving Germantown. It's what I wanted to do, and this community has embraced me. We've worked very well together. I love the people I work with, and I'm going to miss it. But I'm not going to miss retiring, though. So thank you. God bless.
Thank
this in a regular form for you, and then I'll sign it and we'll give it to you then, all right?
Thanks.
All right.
Sure. Thank you. Now, this is a resolution, so this does require a village board approval.
I make a motion to approve Resolution 111-2019, appreciation of service to Police Chief Peter Hale.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. Trustee Zabel?
Just want to, if I'm correct, I believe that the 111 was his original badge number?
That is
So the
correct.
first three deals on this resolution does associate to the badge number of the chief.
There is significance. Absolutely correct. Further discussion? No further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Try it. All right, takes care of item A. Item B, Resolution 79-2019, appointment of election officials for the term of January 1st, 2020 to December 31st, 2021.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? No discussion. All those in favor, please say aye. I'm sorry, Trustee
Question, do
Zabel.
we need more elected officials?
Here's your chance.
Of course, if someone wants to join the team, absolutely. In 2020, there are 4 elections. I'm always happy to add to the team. One of the requirements is that you attend training. This will be a very big election year, and one of the trustees added he wanted to be on the list as well. So I'm always happy to add individuals to the election official list. I can add tabulators as I need to. So, absolutely.
Very good.
Thank you. Thank you for asking.
Further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None opposed. Motion carries. Next item under new business is Resolution 80-2019, revising permit fees required under Section 14 of the Building Code of the Municipal Code.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? Trustee Zabel?
I just
question?
want to point out that that was in General Government Finance tonight. We did look at it. It updates our permit fees. The last time we looked at it was 2008 to now, and we sort of puts us into the middle of the pack of the surrounding communities. If you look at Table 1 that our director has presented to us, it gives you an idea as to where we sit. And it's a nice update and something that should go through.
Okay, thank you for that. Further discussion? No further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None opposed. Motion carries. New business item D, Resolution 81-2019, Community Development Department's request for exemption from state mandate Chapter 66.10013, Housing Affordability Report.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion.
Basically, this is a mandated deal by state law, and it was supposed to be in as of January 1st, 2020. This gives us a time to take and look at it closer and do the necessary work that we need to do to get it right.
Okay. Is that pretty much it in a nutshell? Okay. All right. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None opposed. Motion carries. Last item under new business is item E, Administrator Performance Review. Village Board can, per Wisconsin Statutes 19.85, subsection 1, subparagraph C, for considering employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data of any public employee over which a governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility, and may convene into open session to take such action as it deems appropriate.
I would like
Trustee
to put a
Zabel?
motion on the floor that we postpone action of this until our first meeting in January.
Okay?
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion.
Reason?
Because of the people that are here for other reasons, and for them to leave for our closed session and then have to come back for the reason that they're here, just seems to be kind of a
Okay.
too much, not too much to ask. I'm sure they'd be accommodating, but
Okay.
I'm sure they want to get going with the festivity a little bit. So, further discussion. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? None opposed. Motion carries. It takes care of all items listed on tonight's agenda. Before we adjourn, the next regular village board meeting will be on Monday, January 6th at 7 p.m. We are adjourned. Thank you all for coming tonight, and thank you all for watching. Good night. Turn off